Welcome to This is Kimberly A. Bryant. I'm Kimberly, co-host of the Pop Culture Green Room with my twin sister. But this is my solo space to dive deeper. I'm bringing you lifestyle, pop culture, hot topics, reality TV, and fashion, with a little flavor on the side. From hitting local hotspots to cooking with your favorite celebs, we're keeping it fresh, fun, and always on trend. Let's go. What is up, all good people? This is Kimberly A. Bryant of the Pop Culture Green Room. And again, I've got with me none other than Danielle Peterson, aka DaniGossipGirl of Pop Culture Expose. What is going on, mommy?
Hey, girl. Hey, I just want to say justice for Amaya Papaya. We have so much to get into today, girl.
Yes. Yeah, we do.
And we have not caught up at all during the week. Normally, we would have messaged here and there, but...
Right. It has been such a wild week and a crazy week for me. I know that you were busy too. You had gone out of town. So, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't even get to like catch up on sleep, number one. and then I was just like, and I didn't get to catch up with you. And those are two things that like I needed to do that I didn't do. And here we are.
It's going to make today that much better.
Oh my God, it so will.
And I don't know why. I don't know if it's only me, but I hear an echo coming from your end. But it's my voice.
I think it might be me. Let me see.
And who likes to hear their own voice, right? But Kimberly, though, from toe licking to trust breaking, friend zoning to full on flirt murder, the vibes have gone from sunset romance to straight up Survivor heart rate edition. Like, this is not the Love Island we're used to. Between Nick, and between Nick and Alandria's confusing chemistry, Clark taking Taylor away like it's Black Friday, Shelly and Huda in a passive-aggressive standoff that I did not see coming. And Sarah somehow stirring the pot with side eye so sharp, she could seriously cut a pineapple with that. Right. Kimberly, we just have so much to get into. So again, I am so happy we have not played catch up like we normally have during the week, as I was off camping in the middle of nowhere with not a lot of connectivity to the world, which was good. And, you were busy being booked and busy, as always.
Yeah, pretty much so. Pretty much so. But I'm so glad that you got to be one with nature. So that makes me feel good. So,
yes.
I haven't done that in a minute. It's been not since I've been in San Diego.
Yeah, it's been about almost 6 years for me. And then I came back home to realizing one of my local bars, Chasers in Niles, Illinois, hosts Love Island nights on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I know where I'm going to be next Tuesday. Tell your friends. Chasers, all of the Chasers throughout the Chicagoland area in Illinois, they will be having Love Island theme nights. But when in doubt, do a Google search. So many cities are doing Love Island theme nights and they are booking up like crazy. So see what's out there. Find your people. I'm lucky to have found Kimberly through our social media accounts, but go out there, find your people, guys.
Definitely. And I noticed that too. I like through just skimming through Facebook that there are like, even in my area, they've got some local bars and some restaurants like that are hosting little like Love Island nights. So like, I think that's super cool. Like the watch parties and like get involved. Hey, go there with some girlfriends. Y'all might even like roll up and like meet some dudes. Who knows? Like,
yeah, totally. Guys are into Love Island as well. Constantly on my TikTok. I am seeing all of the young, hot, recent guys who have been drafted to pro, whether or not it is football, basketball, baseball. They're all into Love Island. They all want to be on it as well. Or you might find out one of your favorite Chicago Cubs vendors. They call him Jewish Jonah. He is a hot dog vendor, or just a vendor at the Cubs. And he has a pretty good following on TikTok. But he also runs Bracketology, which is an app you can download. And it really started because I think of Survivor and contests like that where you can create, but he extended it to Love Island. So every week you can rank your Islanders. How do you, what's your confidence in them? Who do you think's going to get voted off? So I recommend checking that out for Love Island, even though we only have a couple more weeks left. You can still jump in at any time. It's fun. It doesn't take a lot of time. But again, this app was created by a guy. Lots of guys are into Love Island too. So.
No, you're right. You're right. I actually got two of my guy friends. Shout out Brent and Garrett. That sounds like actually, that does sound like a cool name, a person's name. It could be Brent Garrett. Actually, I meant to say my shout out to my OGs, my good friends, Brent and Garrett, because they do watch Love Island, and I'm even gonna get them to watch Housewives because they're gonna jump in on my recap one day.
That is fun. So are they gonna just? Are you going to have them kind of recap or share their opinion on what they thought about Real Housewives for the first time?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I have to check on Garrett, though. And it's really funny because what makes this whole thing so funny is that they are both fraternity brothers. And so it would just be really funny just seeing these two frat guys talking about Housewives. Pretty funny.
Love it. I'll be blowing you up on the chat on that day. But before we get started, get comfy, pour your drink of choice and sound off in the chat because we're breaking it all down, of course, with zero filter and maximum sass. So let's get into it. Last week, we had Connection Queen who joined us for a very fun and feisty recap. Hopefully we'll be having her back soon. But today, Kimberly, we're going to start with episode 21, which was all about Shockwave's sneaky returns and emotional chaos as Casa Amor's consequences came crashing in. So, in summary, some of the key aspects that happened in this first episode of week 4 that we're in is that the villa was reeling after the unexpected dumping of Nick and Alondria. Surprise, surprise! Where's that G-Wagon again? But emotions are running so high. Amaya Papaya is crying, what she does best, and no shade to her at all for that. It is a strength. I used to cry nonstop all the time personally. But then I lost a parent, so I had bigger things to cry about. So I didn't cry as much anymore, but I was once a Maya.
Oh, you were once a Maya Papaya. Oh my gosh, I love her though. I adore her. Don't you just use one to maybe it's my 44-year-old in me. I just want to cuddle her. She's come here, my child.
Yes, for real, and she is totally my spirit animal. And hold on, real quick. I apologize. I went camping. I got a cold. Hold on.
Oh no, you're good. Girl, you're good. Look, we are real, we are raw, and we're bringing all of it. So whatever happens goes down. It goes down the DMs. Oh, that's old song.
I am so sorry, guys. You had to see me blowing my nose. It's not the most professional.
You good,
I do apologize. That is what happens when you're up in UP of Michigan in the woods. But yeah.
Oh, that's
but in episode 21, again, Amayo's crying. Taylor is a little bit shaken, but mainly because of his boy, Nick, not because of Alondra. So let's set that right.
Yeah.
And Ace is silently fuming over the loss, of course, of his boy, Nick. He's fuming. Taylor's just shaken.
He's emotional.
Jaden is feeling torn for not choosing Nick, but continues bonding with Austin. Like they seem to be on the same level. They match each other's freak, so to say. I feel like. But Ace is like pretty salty over Jaden picking Nick or picking Austin over Nick. It's like, oh, what? My boy's not good enough? Like, Nick is the almighty? Like, you know, those three boys.
I know. It's like, it's going to be all right. Move. I didn't expect him to be that emotional over it, but, you know.
Yeah, but I swear it's like Ace, Nick, and Taylor are just so...
Right.
They drive me crazy.
What would you call them? Like the three? No, not the three blind mice. I'm trying to think of what we.
The Three Stooges.
There we go. That's perfect.
The Three Stooges.
See, that's why I have you here because I don't know why I didn't even make that connection.
Again, I don't think we say this all in jest and all in humor. I don't think anyone on the show is bad or has like horrible intentions per se. Some of them are playing a game and they're not there authentically, and that is showing. But yeah, have fun with it, y'all. Yeah, but as we go look on to Alondra and Nick over in Exile World, they are on a romantic, so romantic. Like, that's my dream date. I love candles galore. So they're on a romantic candlelit secret date and sharing raw, honest conversations. But they decide to return, you know, as a couple, choosing each other over walking away. Kimberly, overall, what did you think about that date between them and their overall journey? As people like to say when you're on a dating show, you can't say I'm on a dating show. This is a competition, a contest. It's a journey. So what did you think about that?
So I thought it was interesting, but I also could see that they had a strategy behind it. It seemed like they both were on the same page. I felt, because I felt like even though they didn't see each other to communicate off camera, but it seemed like they were on the same page. Like they wanted to to go and potentially explore this relationship. But I mean, come on, we all knew that they weren't going to be like, you know, like together, you know, but yeah, it was interesting though, like to see them. Like I was really glad to see them, like he and Alondra go back together into the house. So
yeah, I mean, I really wonder what would truly happen if maybe Sierra wasn't in the picture. Like, don't get me wrong, I do think production definitely helped finesse the situation and help connect the dots. But they wouldn't be able to connect those dots if there was no dots to connect. You know, I'm just so curious what would happen. But again, they decide to return back to the villa as a couple. Their stealth return shocks everyone. But the real kicker is Taylor bypasses Alondra and tackles Nick with a hug, giving bro first girl who energy. Like what the hell as they like to say. What the hell, Kimberly? What the heck?
I didn't think he was gonna do that. But and like her face, like I mean, I was fuming. I couldn't get over it. And Amaya she had every right to react the way she did.
It was crazy. It's like, what? Is she Casper the Friendly Ghost? She's not even there. You don't even see her.
Yeah.
And that should have been the nail in the coffin for Alondra, but of course we'll get into that in this episode. Girl, you are queen, you are composed queen, but you need to get those blinders off and read the book that he's just not that into you, or watch the movie for the Cliff Note version. But of course, Alondra is welcomed by the girls, but immediately is clocking Nick's best friend status with Taylor a bit. And then, of course, Clark is a little bit, Taylor's coupling is a little bit like, oh, do I need to walk on eggshells? But no, Taylor likes to pick confident queens. And that is what Clark is as well. So, Kimberly, not that any two women, like, I'm not trying to compare Alondra and Clark against each other, pin each other against each other, but what do you think of Clark, and who do you think is a better pairing for Taylor?
I mean, I like Clark. I really don't see like anything wrong with her per se, but I felt like he and Alondra were a better fit. But I could also see that. I could tell that he only just I felt like Taylor was giving off only like friend vibes. And at first I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because I felt like that maybe he was trying to get to know her. And just taking things slow. But then the more I started to like kind of watch that slow burn, it was kind of like I think he's just really not that into her, like, and so that's why it's like. But then it was really weird because I really thought that he was gonna at least stay with her, to the end, to like win that game together. But no, so that really threw me off, like when he went with Clark. And I thought the way he did it too, just like you said, like Alondra wasn't even there. It was awful. I was like, that was hurtful.
Yeah. I think Taylor and Alondra make so much more sense on paper, but I don't feel like the spark was ever there between them on his end. You never saw him light up, as Ariana said, I think, in After Sun or in an interview that I watched, that Taylor just kept on like breadcrumbing her, like gave like not even the bare minimum, gave like a level below the bare minimum. But then you see Clark come in, gorgeous again. But I saw another TikTok today. I think I posted it on my Instagram story. So check me out at DaniGossipGirl on Instagram, and Kimberly at the Pop Culture Green Room, where this is Kimberly A. Bryant as well. But it was a picture comparing Clark again, beautiful. But she kind of looks like a Disney like princess villain, like one of those evil stepsisters that walks in. She can give a little side eye that like makes you think like she has like a little villainous side to her. So she could be playing a part, but I mean, she sparked something in Taylor that Alondra has not sparked in him.
Never did
at all.
Yeah.
But I think Taylor's going to get his heart broken and be left with no one.
Well, for sure, because that's usually how it goes, That's
yeah. Perhaps karma, perhaps him not knowing better. Who knows? But Nick debriefs Ace on what's going back on in the main villa, including how cozy Shelly is getting with Chris. Surprisingly, I feel like Ace did keep his cool a little bit. He did keep his cool hearing about it. Now, when it's in front of your face, that is a whole different story, as we know.
Agreed.
Meanwhile, Clark and Taylor keep on hitting up, especially during the Villa versus the Casa chemistry challenge, which is always a full-on makeout session. And that is definitely what he was doing in front of Alondra. And she looked nauseous. I'm surprised she did not throw up. What would you do in Alondria's shoes?
Oh my goodness. Okay, me at 20, how old is she again? 20.
7. I want to say she's at least 27. I think she's one of the oldest of the ladies.
Okay, I think you're right. Okay, so me at that age, oh my gosh, I don't think I would handle it too well. I probably would have walked off and just hyperventilated. Like honestly, just me at that age, I would have been just overly dramatic. So I think she handled herself well.
Yeah, I think I would have just been like, guys, let me know when it's done. Let me know when it's done. Oh,
yeah. Oh, I mean, like it's got to be so torturous, though. It's like just to sit there and
very torturous.
You're not supposed to go anywhere because you signed this contract. You're supposed to be on this show, and if your feelings are real, like, and you're in your feelings, oh my god, that's gotta suck.
Yeah. But then Sierra and Elon, they have their most intense moment yet. Tongues are flying, but Sierra still feels toward, like, and talk about a doppelganger to Elon and Nick. Like, oh my goodness. I can't decide which one's the Temu version or not. They're both great guys, but it is crazy how she picked 2 identical guys, though.
Well, it goes to show she's got a type.
Yeah.
Maybe like by looks. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm curious to know how all of her other exes look. Her Instagram definitely doesn't show that. Her Instagram is very clean. I'll have to look on the Wayback Machine. There's a website. I don't know if you've ever gone on the Wayback Machine, Kimberly.
Wait, that's an actual real website?
Yeah, I think it's called the Wayback Machine. I've had to do it with my investigation work with NT Lawyer and stuff, or with the Epstein case. You can go to the Wayback Machine and plug in a social media account, and it will have time shots throughout that account, social media account's history, where you can look back to see how it was archived a year ago before they cleaned up their social media.
Oh, is that for like everybody?
So that, yes, are you worried, Kimberly?
I mean, no, because I don't care about me, but I'm just like, no, I'm just curious, like, because I can go look at myself on there. I'm curious. I
think so. Let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure I have the right website.
Oh, that sounds so fascinating. Girl, I've got nothing to hide. Look how I put myself out there. I'm like, I'm an open book, baby.
Yeah, I have to double check. It's something called like the Wayback Machine, but yeah,
it's so funny because I'm like, I thought you were just making this up like off the top of your head. Like,
no, but
like, this is a real thing. Oh,
speaking of no, it is a real thing. I just have to find out like the correct site. I'll make sure to plug it in the notes, everyone.
I don't know why I find that so funny, but to me, it's like so funny.
Yeah. But speaking of the Wayback Machine, not that this is how it was done, and Sierra, a lot of shit has come. Well, not a lot of shit has come out about her this week, but a post that she did.
I've been so busy
with an Asian racial slur, saying how, I don't want to use the slur, but that her eyes can look a little Asian. I can't remember the scenario of what it was, but that has come out, and she's lost a lot of followers in the last 24 to 48 hours because of that and what's been going on during week 4 of Love Island this week. So you never know what's going to come up, but I mean, God, I know I don't think I've done any discriminatory posts, but like way back in the day, especially when it came to gossip, like I outed celebrities, not even thinking about it, like over a decade ago. Like, if anyone knows Toothy Tile.
Wait, yeah, Toothy Tile. That was. I'm trying to remember who that was. These are from Ted Casablanca.
Yes, right? Kimberly, I love you.
Yeah, I know. See, we connect for a
I
reason.
love you. Toothy Tile, Jake Gyllenhaal. What?
Yo, that's right. That's who that was. Okay, yeah, I
Yes.
couldn't remember. It's been a while since I've graced to be all up in some type
Yes. Oh, I love
of
him. I try to get him for an interview, but he's so hard to find. I got his email, but he never responded back. That is my dream interview, honestly, is Tyson Blanco.
Ooh,
So if anyone
okay.
knows him, please hook a girl. Hook a girl up.
Please, yes. Please hook her
But
up.
guys, I'm really curious to know anyone watching live or anyone a part of the replay crew. What are your thoughts on Sierra? Number one, how is she handling herself, or also her past comments, racial comments that have come out as well. So if you're watching live or in the replay crew, share your thoughts. Let us
Yeah,
know
please do.
what you're thinking.
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, like let us know. Like, jump on stage. Don't be shy. It's fun. We have fun over here.
Yes.
It's
But
fun.
speaking of fun, social media chaos brews around Elon's background as well. A lot of people are bringing up his religion because he is Jewish, and tying like really unfair hate to him. I think especially in Reddit and what is going on in the
Yeah,
world and the climate right now.
right.
But I think that they were making false judgments and inaccuracies on him. But I don't want to
Sure.
speak incorrectly on that
Right.
situation. But I will say he has not lost any followers. He has gained followers, and he seems to be a really, really good guy with some chutzpah. And oh my God, in the last episode, Kimberly, he looked like a totally different guy. I don't know if you saw it because like you barely noticed Elon in the last episode, but if you didn't see it, make sure to look it up on social media and see how different he looks when he puts like some gel in his hair and slicks it back. Like, ooh, where's my fan at?
Oh,
I should
that's
have brought
fun.
my fan with how hot I got last time with everything that we were talking about.
You're so funny. I'm gonna go look right now.
Yeah, but ooh, he was yummy, 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 yummy. It was nice though. Thinking back to Alondria and Nick, it was nice seeing Alondria soften up a little bit. It was nice seeing Nick being there for her like she deserves to be there as the queen that she is and that any woman should be treated. So it was nice to, see her being treated a little bit better. It was also nice seeing the Costa girls, bringing the heat as well. Overall, what did you think about the Costa girls?
I like
Kimberly.
them. I like them. I'm really happy for like that twist because for me, I feel like I saw most of the last season of Island USA. But of course, like I said, I got on the Ariana Maddox bandwagon. So, but to me, I like it. I like the whole twist and everything, and it's exciting because I feel like you need to do something to make it exciting to keep it going, and you need some kind of chaos. I like chaos. Apparently, I thought. Well, roommate,
You
Brittany,
don't say.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, hopefully the level of chaos that you like just, gets down a couple of notches as the years go on.
Oh, yeah, it does.
You're good. Keep things interesting. But that was episode 21, so it was like a great start to the week as we dive into episode 24, which this episode brought closure, betrayal, and a whole lot of jaw-dropping decisions as the Islanders finally reunited after Casa Amor. And what a messy reunion it was. Even though there have been way messier reunions like last year when Serena and Cordell was reunited. Ooh, last year was so good. Damn it, I missed last year, Kimberly. Click my heels 3 times. Take us back to last year.
I know, but it's so great. But it's like at the same time, do you really want another season to be just like that one?
No, I don't want it. No season is ever going to be the same. There will definitely be different components. And while they do use a certain blueprint overall for Love Island, although they've definitely switched it up this year, especially just seeing the last episode and that challenge that they did, which isn't, I don't think that's ever been a Love Island challenge. So they're going to keep on switching it up. Every season is going to be known for something unique. I just wish that this season of cast didn't hate each other as much. That's what makes me feel icky about this season. So I don't ever expect any Love Island to ever be the same, or for them to be the same archetypes, you know, of each cast.
Right.
But not this many people should be hating each other.
No, and I agree.
And that makes it a little bit hard to watch. That doesn't make me be excited to like watch it live, and like everybody kind of hates each other. So it was kind of nice just doing a binge yesterday into today of all of the episodes. It made me get into it more. Otherwise, I would have been lingering every day thinking, why the hell does this cast hate each other? Like, and I need to stop saying helly because of them. Damn it.
What the hell? What the hell?
Yes.
But no, like you brought up a valid point, because my whole thing is this. It's like, I wonder if their personalities and everything, if all this hate and this energy, extra energy, do you think any of it may come from the fact that they're all pretty much influencers? I mean, pretty much all of them are.
I know. I do think, and because they're in competition with each other. We also have to remember a lot of the new people from Casa Amor, they've seen a lot of the episodes. They've also seen what's gone on with social media, who's the favorites, who's not. You better believe that they've gone back with that intel and have told the other islanders. And who knows the most? It's probably Alondra, because she had a chance to be in both houses with people ahead of time. I think that they know who the fan favorites are now. Maybe that's the reason why they're coming for Huda harder. You know, maybe that's the reason why some people are acting a little bit more different towards Amaya, but I don't know. A lot of people are going to have some explaining to do when they get out of the house. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. That's going to be interesting. So what do you think? A Love Island reunion? Do you think they'll have that? Do they have those? Like I said, I'm so new to it.
No, they don't typically have a reunion, in part because I think, especially in part now, because they go on all of these podcast interviews. And also, unlike last year, there is now a damn podcast monopoly where the only people that can view or interview the Love Islanders is Chicks in the Office, no shade to them, and Nick Viall.
Right.
And maybe E.T., like one of the interviewers, one of the journalists from E.T., those are, I think, the only people that get to interview Love Islanders now. Before, there used to be more people like, you know, Ryan Bailey and others. And I used to help him with his interview questions.
Oh, did you?
Too, yeah.
Oh, fun fact, everybody.
And stuff. Because he knew how on top of it I was. I would help him out with some of his questions. But it's like, what type of reunion do you need to do when you have social media, you have everyone speaking out on their lives, you have them going on interviews, and now you also have the show that's going to be starting once Love Island comes to an end, you know, with last year's cast.
Right. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. Now that you broke it down that way, I can see why there's no reunion. But the whole podcast thing though, that's interesting.
Yeah. But this episode 22, opens up with Alondra and Nick still riding the high of their secret kiss, but reality sets in. And it was a hot kiss. Like, do you think that they're making out is genuine? Is that just for show? Like, the ass grab when they were kissing and soul ties, like, the way that he speaks about her and grabs her is not the same that he does with Sierra. So before I hand it off to you, Kimberly, I saw another TikTok today of this girl. I wish I knew what her name was, so I do apologize, saying love or a movie night needs to be he's just not that into you, and it's not going to be about Taylor and Alondra. It's going to be about Nick and Sierra. And the way that Nick looks and describes Alondra compared to Sierra. But do you think that kiss was genuine? Was it for show? Please share your thoughts.
For me, when I saw it, it was more like, I don't know. It's so weird because it's like I see that there's chemistry like on Nick's end for sure, but I just couldn't tell. Like, I don't know. It just, to me, it just seemed something about it just seemed like animated, like just I don't know. I mean, it was I don't know what.
Well, and they're good actors. I mean,
it was the lip bite that did it.
Oh yeah, that lip bite was good, and then the ass grab though. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just need. I'm all for a good ass grab. I'm happy my husband knows how to grab my ass. But I liked it. I liked it. But soon she realizes, she thinks, oh shit, Sierra. And Alondra shares the kiss news with Taylor, but his petty response, after she shared the kiss, there was like a little handshake thing, and she's like, I've never had a handshake with anyone. And Taylor gave her such a petty response. Maybe people just don't like you. Like, what the heck? He's just so rude. He's just constantly so rude and giving her backhanded compliments. Like, it's not nice.
Like, why go there? Like, why? Like, what's the point?
Meanwhile, Chris is now pursuing Huda a little bit. Yes, Huda, happy to see that. Yes. And there does seem to be some genuine chemistry forming, which is finally a fresh option for her, if I have to say myself.
That one.
But we'll get into Chris and Huda more later. Ace tells Coco he's not jealous, just protective, which, girl, run. He's clearly still locked in on Shelly, and she knows what's up. And speaking of which, Coco is just so stunning. Holy cow.
Right? Oh, yeah, she's beautiful.
Beautiful. Over at Casa, Zach with a K and Amaya seem to be solidifying as one of their strongest new pairs. He's giving like the stable king type of presence.
How
do you feel about Zach?
I like Zach.
Do you? I don't know if he's a sheep. I don't know if he's like a sheep in what's that? What's that saying? A sheep in wolf's clothing.
Well, you see, with me though, I'm just blind.
Or a wolf in sheep's clothing. I don't know, guys. Please correct me. I apologize.
So you're good. Yeah, a wolf in sheep's clothing. But my problem is though is that I'm doing the where I'm just blind about his looks. So it's like anything he says, or does is just going right past me at this moment. So that's where I'm at. I'm at the where make the bad mistakes.
The most consistent Love Island theme throughout these 4 weeks is Kimberly's questionable behavior and admiration of men who are questionable.
I know. It's been with this show. I don't know, like, what's wrong with me, huh? First it was Ace. I still love Ace. I mean, he's playing a game. Playing a game.
Yeah.
I still love Ace. Ace is my homie still, but I mean, there's things he does. Like I said, I'm in it. I'm in it. But yeah, I'm still making a poor decision.
And speaking of poor decisions, Alondria's still wanting to fight for Taylor, even though things are awkward as fuck. But the biggest bombshell is Ariana shows up serving Barbie realness and announces a surprise villa return and recoupling. Twist. Not everyone will make it back. So after the couples are revealed, the final moment brings shock and rage. Taylor chooses Clark over Alondria despite everything. Cue The Boy Is Mine playing in the damn background.
Right?
Oh, and I am so happy they're coming back. Brandy and Monica. Not to go on a side tangent. I know you're excited too. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for that tour. I have to figure out. I'm trying to find a city that I can go because Blair was talking about it as well. Like, I mean, like you have to go. Like I have to go. I mean, girl, that is throwback. That's what we grew up on. I mean,
they're beautiful. Oh my god, they look so. Brandy doesn't age at all. Like what? What? Oh,
no.
But I love that The Boy Is Mine was playing during this. Sierra's fuming though. The girls are done with Taylor. Like he is America's Most Wanted at this point. And Nick holds Alondria's hand as she sits alone, vulnerable but with dignity. But in the final vote, Kimberly and Alondria is saved by the villa. Elon is saved by Casa Amor, Coco, Vanna, and Zach with a C, and one more. I can't remember their name. Was dumped from the island. I can't remember the other guy's name. Who was dumped from the island?
Girl, I can't remember. It was. Hold on. It was the other Zach. It was the other Zach, right?
I already said
Zach with a C. I think that's who it was.
It is what it is. Nice guy, but it just means he wasn't that memorable. And I doubt that he's watching our live right now. So we're good. If you see this guy, please feel free to slide in our DMs and we'll apologize.
Yes, absolutely.
We wish you all the best in the real world. Were you surprised that Taylor chose Clark over Alondria in that moment? Especially knowing that Alondria was almost sent home and she was saved, which made it like that much bigger.
See, that's why I thought that. Yeah, that's why I was surprised that he chose Clark. It like really shocked me because I thought that he was going to at least, as a friend, if anything, do right by her, and that didn't happen. Like, no, that was wild. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then Sierra, Nick, and the Elon triangle. That was definitely a close one. Nick may have won Sierra back, but Elon's tears and sincerity definitely hit the audience hard. At least I appreciated it. You might like a bad boy. I fall for the guy that might show his emotions a little bit, Kimberly.
I know.
Just teasing.
That was my problem in the past. I'm changing that.
On TV, you only like the people on screen like that, not in person. But Ariana's role, like she's not just hosting, she's throwing matches at the drama and letting it burn A+ energy. So love everything that Ariana is doing this season. For sure. As we close this episode, it feels like Huda's rebuilding an arc. It seems like that is starting for her with new guy, new mindset. So we'll see what happens as this week goes on. But it goes into, it leaps into though episode 24, which is all about fallouts and frustration. So Alondria tells Sierra finally that she kissed Nick at Casa Amor, but there was no chemistry at first. Sierra is okay with it. She's okay with it. But then in a couple of, and then like, I don't know if it's this episode or the next episode, after she speaks to somebody else, Iris, it's like, no, that's not okay. Like, why would your girl be kissing, making out, trying to explore somebody who put his P in your V? Like, no. Like, that's a line you don't cross. So that just brings us up to, like, the hypocrisy of this damn cast throughout this season. It's okay for one person to do one thing, but not the other person to do the same thing. Like, the lines are shady AF. Like,
No, completely.
But Alondria feels rejected and questions if she's ever enough. And definitely you were enough, Alondria. You did enough, but now you're doing too much. You're doing too much. But that's Taylor's loss, though.
Yeah, for sure. But I think she's fueled by her emotions, and rightfully so. But it's like, I feel for her. I feel for her because it's like I could just see where Taylor just wasn't there.
I feel for her too, and I think her girls like do just want to like shake her and be like, "Come on now," especially as this week concluded. But Taylor downplays her, saying maybe people don't like her, so he's rude. And Clark and Taylor continue to bond like no other. He says he's never had two girls like him before. He's been way more affectionate to her than he was ever with Alondria, which throws off Alondria, throws off the other girls as well. But Clark is just going to keep on walking high. Like, she's an Amazon goddess with how tall she is. And she doesn't let Alondria in the house, like, mess up with her rhythm at all.
Not at all. Do you know how tall she is?
I do not. I just know she looks crazy tall.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was wondering. I was curious. Because I know that you know a lot of cool random facts. I was just, seeing if...
No, not as much about the bombshells. No, don't know that. I just know she looks so tall. Yeah. But Nick and Sierra have a heart-to-heart. She said she was glad it was with Alondria and not someone else. Kimberly, would you rather have it be with one of your besties or a random?
Oh, random. Oh, no.
Right? Me too. And don't get me wrong.
No.
I will admit, I have dated or dabbled with guys that maybe other friends have in the past in my 20s. So I like kind of get that, but on that show, no.
I know. I've had some.
I promise I'm a good friend, doll. That was a very bad friend move of me. No, I promise I am a good friend, though.
Oh, girl, no. I know where you're coming from. Like, I mean, I've been in situations where it's like, where like I had feelings for somebody, and my friends didn't know. And they, they started, dating that said person. But I mean, it was, like I said, they didn't know, so how could they, what I'm saying? But yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, look, we've got a comment here. Let me put it on the stage from, here we go, Jay Williams. Sierra doesn't look at Alondria as competition. That's why she feels that way. Little does she know.
Oh, well, speaking of which, Jane Williams, and thank you for joining, how do you think she's going to react when movie night happens and she visually sees it? Because yes, both Nick and Alondra were kind of honest with Sierra, but the way that they explained it doesn't add up to like how it visually looked in front of all of us. I mean, obviously, like as soon as that massive kiss and that major moment happened between the two of them, Alondra was like, "Oh fuck, Sierra," and they were both immediately regretting. Yes, lots of tears.
Yep, tears and more tears. Yep,
lots of tears. I guess the good thing is that Sierra did have some prep. One of her besties is a former Love Islander from 2 seasons ago and is dating a Love Islander, I think from season 1 of UK. So she she probably just knows like it is a part of this experience. But there's definitely going to be some major fallout come movie night if they still have movie night. Like, who knows? The season's been so crazy. But regardless, Nick and Sierra are back on track with their connection. Iris and TJ are thriving, fully coupled up. They are totally like Barbie and Ken. Don't get me wrong, like TJ's not my favorite guy at all. He's giving me frat boy douchebag vibes and then some. But I do like the side that Iris brings out in TJ, and I wish we saw a little bit more of that relationship. I don't think that we're seeing a lot of relationships that might actually be blooming, but
almost forgot about that one.
Maybe all the relationships just suck, and that's the reason why we're not seeing it, and the reason why producers want to go nuclear on this season. Shelly and Ace reconnect, but she's still open to exploring, though. Kimberly and those watching or in the replay crew, what do you guys think about Ace and Shelly? And are you surprised? Like, he's all in and he seems so genuinely in, like his guards seem down. I feel like we're seeing like the truest Ace right now, and it's non-gameplay when it comes to Shelly. Like, he's playing all of his cards on the table, but she doesn't. It seems like she's putting up even more walls than before Casa. So, Kimberly, what do you think?
See, I don't trust Ace, though. I trust him. I think he's playing the game for sure. I think when it comes down to the game, I think that's what he's doing. He's trying to, I think he knows that he and Shelly are powerful and that they can win it. So I think he's just trying to keep that connection. And I don't blame him. He's playing the game. But if it comes to like serious emotion and serious connection, like real life, I think there is probably a chemistry there. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot. They know each other, though. They met. I forgot. So wait, let me back that up.
I've seen him playing the game a lot before, but how can you fake those emotions that he's showing? Like, you can. Am I wrong? I get gullible for the emotion. You get gullible for the bad boy. We need to find a happy medium, Kimberly.
We have to figure out this happy medium.
Jay Williams, hopefully Jay Williams, you're that happy medium.
See, that's what I agree. That's what I'm trying to get at. I agree. Look, Ace is a good manipulator, and the way he will put a conversation in crazy. See, that's the thing.
Especially in this last episode. Especially in this last episode, Jay.
He nails it. That's the thing.
He gets me so damn it. He pulled a fast one on me. I'm a sucker.
Men can drop performance tears easily. That is very true. The only person I know who could not do that, and I never, I've seen him cry once, but it was about himself though. He was this sociopath I knew a long time ago. He would try to make tears, but he couldn't. That's how crazy he was. Like, he couldn't.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lordy. Throughout this episode and as we continue on this week, there's love triangle tension galore, which is what a Love Island is made for. Elon still likes Sierra. He still continues sweet gestures. And I have to give it up to him for the balls that he has with the way he's confidently carried himself, the way he hasn't backed down. And I feel like Nick could be a little intimidating in my mind, especially with the way that he acted. Like, ugh, you could just tell, but he just still continued those sweet gestures.
I don't find Nick intimidating. I find him sweet.
I thought yes, but not when it comes to Elon, though. Like, there's times where he was like, no, and then he pulled him for a chat because he got all pissed off that Nick or Elon made her breakfast, and then the challenge coming up where the hearts get raced, he's like, now it's your turn to watch.
Oh wait, I think I missed this part.
What? Kimberly, get off this live right now.
No, we are talking about the heart racing, the part.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, that part I did not miss. Part.
Okay.
Made me laugh the hardest.
Okay, we're good.
Wait, aces. Whose heart rate was like went up the highest, like from whatever.
That was good.
Whatever Ace kissed 2, and it was like when. That didn't shock me at all.
That was good. Can't wait. Like, we're almost there.
How do I do it?
I need to get my fan before we start talking about it. No, I'm just joking. But before we get into that, Hood and Chris continue to still enjoy their couple, but agree throughout that they're still open to explore. Like, Huda is giving her all. She is exploring all of her connections. Chris confesses to Ace he's also still interested in Shelly, and Shelly tells Ace she's torn because real life logistics with him are a concern. You know, he lives far away, he's very busy. How is he going to make time for her? And he said, I think he kind of said, like, if you were my woman and we were official, you would become the priority. I think he said something like that, but damn, that was probably a performative thing, just like those damn tears. Man.
Girl.
But, girl, Hearts on Fire challenge starts. So that is when the sexy role play challenge where couples try to raise the hearts most. This is a consistent game throughout all of the Love Island. So Amaya flirts with everyone, kisses Sierra. I mean, everyone kisses Sierra. Every girl kisses Sierra. Poor Nick gets no loving.
It's like everybody wants
bad for him a little bit.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. And Nick is probably like, damn, like none of the Casa girls picked me. Now, this challenge, I get no smooches, no nothing. But regardless, Shelly goes full force on Chris. Multiple kisses. Wild bunny energy because she was dressed up, I believe, as a purple Playboy bunny. She went back to Chris for seconds. What did you feel about her going back for Chris for seconds? Yes, it's okay for her and Ace to explore, but you going back for seconds too, like that's a sign.
That means that there's something there. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't blame her, you know. But if you want her out, see, I like her a lot. I do like her a lot. I do like Ace. Even though I know he is manipulative and everything. See, it's him doing the dancing, like him teaching the dance classes. That's why I like him so much, because I followed him for a long time before. Well, not too long, but for months before Love Island. But I think if to win the game, she should go back to Ace, because I think that's, you know, obviously what the ultimate goal is, what he's trying to do. However,
get out of my head.
But however, it's like I really do think that's so funny. We're so much alike. I think that she's got the real chemistry with Chris, and she's like, I'm curious to see. I want to know what kind of conversation they're gonna have when this is over.
Yeah, but you brought up something that got popped in my head like 2 minutes before you said it. or a minute before you said it, is, I think maybe Shelly is genuinely more interested than Chris. Like, I think that's more her type. That's more her lifestyle and everything. Hold on.
Right.
But she's also thinking about the game as well. And she's probably worried about America not liking her. Maybe if she didn't pick him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I wish everyone would just go out and after what they want, which I kind of appreciate Taylor for doing that, but we'll get into it as we close out the episode. But Shelly, Hood is stunned with her dancing and steaming moves with Chris and, of course, with Ace. Like, I mean, I think she had the best moves. Who did you think had the best moves?
I thought she did. I think Huda always has the best moves, especially during that twerk challenge. I mean,
but then when she did like a somersault and then had her legs up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Goodness.
Girl was all over the place. Oh, it was so fun. I mean,
damn.
I mean, should I get up and do it myself?
Show your moves, girl. Wait, did you stretch beforehand, Kimberly?
No, I didn't. So maybe I should.
Next time, guys, come join us next Wednesday. We are here every 7:30 p.m. Central. Next time, we will be doing gymnastics for you all. Okay? Kim Richards and Huda style.
Oh, God, yeah, I need to stretch.
Yeah, because she likes to do the splits all the time. I'm wearing a dress. I will not be doing that. But Nick licks Alondria's toes. Yes, that happened. I think the boy has a toe fetish.
Yeah. I know, I think so. Man, something about like feet being in the mouth. It's not my thing. Even if they're clean, you still gotta walk from the tub.
Yeah. No, I could never put someone's toes in my mouth, but I'm sure somebody has put my toes in my mouth. And at first I was like, ugh, and then I was like, whoo, and then I was like, no. But kudos to you who have a toe fetish. No shade to your kink. Do you, boo? Alondria closes her dance by kissing Taylor, who thought he was going to be passed up. And Clark was like, no, she crossed a line with that one. I don't think she crossed a line. Like, what the heck do you expect, Clark? You know?
Exactly.
Elon kisses Sierra, and if he thought Clark was not thrilled, well, Nick is not thrilled at all. Like, you see smoke and fire coming out of every hole, every crevice of himself. He was not happy at all. But somehow Sierra and Nick won the challenge, raising the hearts the most. I didn't think they gave a bad performance. I thought his was like a little bit more comical than others. So, I think she gave a good performance, but I don't know. I didn't think that they were going to win. Who do you think should have won?
Huda and Huda. I think Huda just wouldn't want it all by herself.
Yeah.
That's
if Megan Thee Stallion was there, she would have won. Or she would have picked Huda as the winner, I mean. But there was a lot of fallout from the challenge, Kimberly. Shelly is as furious with Ace for enjoying Huda's move. Although later she plays it off as though she's not upset with him. She's upset with really Huda. But then, no, I'm upset with both of you. It's really confusing. I'm curious to know who's...
Like, say how you feel.
Yeah, but do you, whether or not you're watching live or you're in the replay crew, is Shelly being hypocritical? Like, please share your thoughts. But Sierra gives Huda a death glare when she realizes Ace's heart was raised by her the most. Like, she just gives... Sierra just really hates Huda. You could totally tell it. Does. It's like rude, like looks and Nah. So the villa is totally divided. Huda is seen as the villain by Shelley and Laundry and Sierra. The other girls defend Huda, saying she's misunderstood and had no bad intent. Also, side note, Kimberly, I don't know if you have been watching the interviews with the other Islanders, but a lot of the girls who have left the island have said Huda is one of the nicest out of all of the girls, is the most welcoming, has been the most supportive of them. That seems to be a consistent theme, whether or not it's Bella Dashe or Hannah or even some of the Casa girls have said that too. So it seems to be a case of Mean Girls a little bit. I don't know.
Well, to me, I could definitely see that. And I think that Huda is right now, well, she's in a position that she's never been in before, that none of them had ever been in before. We don't know if maybe she has like some like psychological issues or something, or she's in therapy. We don't know any of these things, and not like it's any of our business anyway. But it's like I feel like she is in a brand new position where like all these things came out, like all these emotions, and then maybe we are seeing her. I think we are seeing her true colors and who she is. But I can definitely see that to the core, like who she is she's a nice, kind, sweet, and genuine person. But there, I can also see that she's probably someone that when it comes to relationships and men and dating, that it might just bring out like just like the like personality differences and conflicts. To me, I feel like it's a lot of that has to do with that can also sometimes do with self-esteem issues, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is with Huda is her baby daddy is allegedly, I don't know if I covered this last time, so if I did, I apologize for repeating myself. Huda's baby daddy is allegedly her first relationship ever.
Oh, okay, got it.
And mind you, he looks like a whiter version of Jeremiah. He did I think a TikTok live or Instagram the other day with him and her daughter, who looks like a mini her, but sounds just like Jeremiah, looks a little bit like him as well. But he was alleged to be her first relationship. She came from a very strict, like Middle Eastern family, wasn't allowed to date. So this is probably some of the most dating that she's doing. And I'm happy though Love Island does have therapists on staff there. They provide you therapists afterwards that you leave. I know Bergie, who was from 2 seasons ago. Yeah, 2 seasons ago. He still talks to his therapist all the time as well, that Love Island set up for him. So I'm sure she is doing a lot of self-reflection, and I'm sure the therapist had to talk to her more than other people because what she's gone through. So imagine how transformative that is. So hopefully that's what we are seeing. But guys, we have 2 more episodes. We're almost done with week 4. So week 25 or episode 25 was all about that post-heart rate challenge fallout. It was a continuation of it. Like, Nick is seriously ready to fight Elon over Sierra, but Elon defends himself, saying it was his first challenge. And Sierra also kind of gave him the green light in a previous conversation that he had. It's a competition, Nick. Take it up with your lady. Like, what do you expect? Alondra and Taylor chat. Her feelings haven't faded, and he enjoyed their kiss. I mean, she went all out with her kiss and really let him know what she's missing. So, like, I totally respect her for doing that. Go all out. Let him know what he's missing and what he will never get again. But after that, don't put forth that much energy. But she went for it in that kiss. So don't blame Clark for being uncomfortable. But Clark, that was her man first. Like, of course she's gonna come for him. Come on now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Huda is understandably emotional over Shelley's coldness and wants to resolve things. I don't think Huda had any bad intent. Not that we saw everything in that moment, and maybe I'm just being gullible, but I like that Chris tried to give her a pep talk. And of course, she tried to speak to Shelly, who, I mean, it was probably a smart move. It was like, no, it's probably not best for me to talk tonight, because she knew she'd pop off. That's like me. If I'm really upset sometimes, especially for someone I'm close with, like my sisters or something, I love you. I can't talk right now. I need to sit on this. Otherwise, I'm going to say things that I'm going to regret. So I appreciate that Shelly knew that about herself, but I think she's letting things carry on for too long, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
What do you think about that? Do you think that Shelly was being hypocritical to Huda? Should it be carrying on as long as it's carrying on and like totally fracture their friendship?
I think it should be squashed and just be done and over with, because I think Shelly is being hypocritical. Like, just, it's like, yeah, I think just let it go and move on. Like, you've got a short time at that place. Like, enjoy it as much as you can. Like, try to. That's my thought.
Yeah, I agree, but maybe there's something we're not seeing. I don't know.
Yeah, very true.
But yeah, Shelly refuses to talk to her, says it's better in the morning. They still don't talk in the morning. Shelly tells Ace she's mad at Huda, but not at him. And Ace is hurt that she doubled back on Chris, understandably. Shelly tries to justify her own actions, but I just think she's being majorly hypocritical. And Ace is not buying it at all. I do like the way that he has been explaining himself in this particular scenario with her while keeping his composure too.
Oh yeah.
Alondra also casually tells Huda that she did too much in the challenge. Huda breaks down again. She has apologized, and she does agree that maybe she did do too much, but it is also a challenge.
Yep, very true. It's competition.
So, Kimberly, a consistent theme in Love Island is pancakes. Are you a pancake lover?
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up, because I was about to say, I do like pancakes. I mean, I don't love them, but there's no way that they look like that. They can't be eating pancakes for every meal. Every meal, every breakfast. Do you think? And they
might be. They're not given a lot of food options.
Oh, okay.
To pick from. They have to make their breakfast every day.
Oh.
Yeah, I think there is only one meal that they are allowed to make themselves every day. So I think they make themselves breakfast. They have stuff for snacks and everything. I think lunch and dinner is catered in for them, but their food that they're given is questionable still.
Yeah, got it. Oh, that's interesting. So these poor babies are probably in there like not eating good.
Not eating good. I have another Love Islander video. Not me doom scrolling on TikTok. Said that she gained like 10 pounds from the crappy food that Love Island was feeding them and what their options were.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's how I was like the people. Now that you say it, okay, it makes sense. So
it's normally pancakes and avocado toast. We haven't gotten avocado toast this year. I don't know. Maybe the price for avocados must have gone up. And that's the reason why that's not the theme. But how would you feel, though, Kimberly, in Huda's position where Chris makes Shelly 2 pancakes, but Huda gets 1. Shelly gets the flour and Huda gets none. Talk about a poem. How would you feel, honey?
That was cold.
Would you feel salty?
Girl, I would have been like, I think beyond salty, because like that was just like that oh man, that was just, yeah. Oh look. Hi
Aaron D. Cheers, babe. Thank you for joining.
Cheers. Welcome.
Everyone, check out Smiling with Aaron D's YouTube page as well. Great find, highly recommended. Thank you for joining. Hopefully you like pancakes as much as us. Aaron, now I kind of want some pancakes, honestly. But I like, though, Elon starts crushing on Amaya, and I think that this is a couple I could get behind. I think that they could be a pretty good pairing. I think he could genuinely take care of her, let her be vulnerable, let her be her and everything, you know?
Right.
Alondria then sets her sights on Zach with a K, because Zach with a C is he gone. What do you think about Alondria and Zach?
I think I'm interested. I'm gonna see it. I'm here for it.
He seems more intrigued by Alondria than he does seem by Amaya. I think Alondria is more to the level and speed and demeanor that he is used to, potentially. So he does seem more intrigued by her than Amaya. But I feel like he is... Oh, thank you for plugging in her channel, Erin D. The girl that inspired me to do my daily polls as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. Alondra is just really trying to make Taylor jealous, I think, and to make it through the competition.
Right, yeah, I think so.
Honestly, I think she is. But Shelly still hasn't pulled Huda to talk at all, so Huda decides to stop trying. She put herself out there. Yeah.
I was trying to see, does it do it?
Screenshot that later. What? Just joking. No, I'm not joking. I am being serious. But now it's time to close it off or to just getting started. So Sierra and Nick go on a date. There hasn't been that many dates yet. We had Jeremiah and Huda went on a date. Did anyone else go on a date this season? Somebody else did.
Didn't I know Jeremiah and Huda went. I thought didn't Nick go on a date? Or am I just...
Well, Nick went on a date with Alondria.
Oh yeah, well that's true. Okay, yeah. I was about to say, it's like maybe I dreamed that because it actually happened.
I don't know. It's not that uncommon for there not to be a lot of dates early in the season. Like that Nick or that Huda and Jeremiah date happened crazy fast in Love Island history. Normally the dates happen more so towards the tail end, and once the connections become deeper as well. Right. But regardless, they go on a cute day bike ride plus a picnic. I love that. That's really one of my favorite things. Now that I think about it, my husband proposed to me while we were actually doing that along the Chicago lakefront as well, because that's just my favorite. I wish I knew. I would have not been wearing a sports shirt and bummy, but Lacey did it, doing my most favorite thing though. So I feel Sierra a little bit. But he apologizes for the Elon tension. She confesses that he's the only one who gives her butterflies. And she pretty much knew that he was the one after their first 25 seconds together, P and the D, and then the 40 seconds together afterwards, because they've slept together at least twice thus far. But they agreed to officially close it off. Kimberly. Huda. Oh, so they're actually the first couple to close it off. And normally at least one couple would be closed off before even Casa Amor. So the season's off to a slow start. But anyways, Huda opens up more to Chris. She said at first she felt like a side option, like a side hoe. He apologized, reassures her, and admits that they're growing deeper. He seems really sincere, but again, maybe I'm just going crazy in regards to that. But they have some of the best conversations, I feel like, out of the house, at least from what we are seeing. Audrina tries to explore with Pepe, but he friend zones her hard and fast. I was really surprised for that. I thought he was going to try to jump for her, but no, he doesn't.
No,
and
not at all.
Kimberly, it's not because it's not because he's into his current coupling, which is Jaden, I believe. Is Jaden his current coupling? Or am I getting confused with Austin?
I think it is Jaden.
I think so. Jaden. No, it's not. It's not Jaden. Shoot, I can't remember it. But he's not really into his coupling per se. He realizes that he really has Hannah on his mind still, so that does come out later. But I was surprised that he friend zoned her hard, because on paper they seem and look like they would be good together. But kudos to him. He says he doesn't want to just bounce around to bounce around. Alondra and Zach flirt and kiss on the dock. He says their combos are more meaningful than what he has with Amaya Papaya. Elon is shook when Nick and Sierra announce that they're closed off, but then he immediately starts trying to pursue Amaya more. And their chats and their sparks fly. Honestly, I think that they do have a lot in common, but who knows? Clark finally confronts Taylor about Alondria's challenge behavior. He agrees that Alondria went too far, but she still wants to explore. I don't think Clark necessarily said that to Taylor, that she still wants to explore.
I think she insinuated it.
Yeah, and she definitely let it be known more to her girlfriends than him too, which is fine. Like, she doesn't need to explain anything. He is still kind of exploring Alondria. Shelly claims to be done with Huda, still loves her, but doesn't want to be friends with her. Oh, that's a tough one. I've had friends that I still love that I couldn't be friends with. I don't know if Hood is that type of person, though.
Yeah, maybe. Like, if she's got strict boundaries.
Yeah. As this episode progresses, Chris officially decides to take a step back from Shelly. I mean, he sees her connection with Ace, and every conversation that him and Huda are having, they are getting deeper and deeper. They're talking about real life shit. And he tells Huda he's all in and wants to take care of her and tries to get her open up and says, you need to be more vulnerable. You need to let people take care of you. How are you going to let somebody be your husband in the future if you don't allow for that? It's like, bite drop. Damn, Chris. Ooh, that NBA pro player.
Well, I like Chris.
He is the most grown out of this damn household. Like, what? But they share a steamy and emotional kiss. If you thought that Nick and Alondria kiss was good, which was really good, so was this kiss. But this kiss felt for real, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So that was really a lot of what happened in that episode. It ended on them. And then the last episode of week 4, Kimberly, is of course episode 26, which is all about stand on business and lose your mind. So things open up on a high note for Sierra and Nick, who are now officially closed off and floating on cloud 9. They're solid for now. God, movie night again.
Right.
Do something good, movie night. Meanwhile, Jaden and Bryant have a surprisingly flirty conversation. So Jaden is with Austin. She admits to the girls afterwards that it was her best first chat she's had. It's unexpected, but promising. Just a moment. Hood and Nick having meaningful talk at the dock. She opens up about feeling unfairly criticized for her behavior in the heart rate challenge. She admits she might have gone a bit far, but insists it wasn't with bad intentions or any desire to steal Ace. She genuinely thanks Nick for the advice and shows real self-awareness. I don't think she was trying to steal Ace. I just felt like, for one, she wanted to go all out in a challenge. She hasn't been able to go that all out. She feels the most comfortable for Ace. I do think Ace likes Huda. I don't know if you saw also on TikTok and posted in my stories today. I think it was posted in my stories today. Which one? Huda, Jeremiah had been following Huda for a while and liking certain posts and stuff of Huda for some time. So I think Huda's body type is a little bit more his type.
Got it. Okay.
And stuff. What you find out on the interwebs, y'all?
I need to do some more digging on the interwebs.
Yes.
It's so funny for saying that. I have a podcast. Well, two. Well, I've got a podcast to share with Blair, obviously, and then my own. For saying I do that and research, whatever I do need to my podcast. I am not a detective. I am a little bit.
Oh, girl, I am. Let me balance you out.
I am a little bit. You already know who, but it's but that's about it though. But I don't go deep. But yeah, I just go I surface level. Just that's. I don't know. What do you call surface level detective work? I don't know. I just feel I don't go past 5 years on people's social media really. It's a cool look.
Yeah, well, a lot of them all cleaned up. I mean, you're going to be on Love Island. They took time to clean it up. But again, there's that website as well. Amaya is getting her confidence. She's turning into her own woman. And Zach gets called out. So Amaya pulls Zach with a K to tell him she's feeling straight up single in their couple. He's been vibing more with the boys than with her, and she's fed up. Zach doesn't take it seriously and kind of brushes it off like it is no big deal. I was really proud of her in that moment. I was really proud of her throughout this whole episode. Another TikToker, I think it's Brands by Bravo. I think today posted that, or Blocked by Jax, one of them. What a great idea would it be to have Amaya on Summer House? She's a New Yorker.
That is brilliant.
Right? I thought that was one of the best idea of the year. Best idea of the year. Please go to my stories, vote in the poll. There's a story today going from July 2nd to July 3rd. Vote in the poll on if you think that is a great idea or not. I'm so curious on if you think that Amaya Papaya would be good on Bravo's Summer House. But things start shifting again. Kimberly, Chris makes it official that he is backing it away from Shelly. His focus is now truly on Huda, and word is spreading quickly among the girls. And you could tell Shelly's getting more uncomfortable, more not liking Huda as well. The Casa girls, Jaden, Grayson, and Andrina, all vent about how tough it is to explore anything new when they're still paired with guys who aren't giving them room to breathe. Well, actually, not Adrena, but Jaden, Grayson, and Clark had that conversation.
Right.
Yeah, especially Clark and Jaden have been given no room to breathe. Grayson could explore and probably would have been totally fine with that. She just didn't try. Alondria, bless her heart, is still trying to cling on to the idea that Taylor is her strongest connection, which I get it, but he is just not that into her. over in the Grayson Pepe world, the flame is fizzling fast, and I was surprised by this because Pepe actually admits he's still thinking about Hannah. All this time I was thinking he's thinking like, Hannah who? Was there a Hannah? Or what was her name? Like it made me think like she was totally out of sight, out of mind for him, but I guess not. But the Stand on Business challenge happened. And as I mentioned, Kimberly, I don't think this challenge has ever happened in Love Island history.
So it's new to you too.
Yeah, where each Islander, and sorry, I think I'm getting ready to lose my voice. Each Islander must write anonymous or not postcards to their fellow Islanders and air their real feelings out. Things get brutally honest and brutally messy. And as I mentioned last week or the week before, I've watched pretty much every season of Love Island, UK, Australia, although not the last season of them both, and all of the US versions as well. I've never seen this, but I think it's because, Kimberly, that everyone hates each other so much. There's so much talking behind each other's back, and no one's like taking things face on. So I think that's the reason why production did it. So kudos to them for switching it up, but this caused pure chaos. Austin is slammed for putting in zero effort with the girls. Jaden defends him, but Audrina wrote it. She brought up something that happened while she wasn't even on the fucking show. Like, what the hell?
Right.
Lame. Audrina isn't bringing much. She is beautiful, but I don't think that she's bringing that much. I'm curious to know if anyone else feels like she is. Sierra,
I keep forgetting about her. So.
I know, right? I liked her when she first arrived.
I'm sorry.
She really needs to be on. She was cast for the wrong show. She needs to be on Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah, I could see that.
On Netflix. Sierra receives 2 zinkers. One about how not quiet she is in the bed. And another from Pepe about sending Hannah home. She stands her ground, but Hannah's confession lands hard on everyone. I really think production maybe had something to do with that, honestly. I guess production can never tell them what to do because they could get in huge trouble.
Right, yeah.
Because there's money involved. Like they can get in huge legal trouble for saying this is what you have to do. But I think they do kind of like guide and give suggestions
like
on. Yeah, especially to some, you know. Amaya gets emotionally wrecked because Chris teases her about her snoring, which is nothing like when Chris teases her about her snoring, she's like, I'm just busy making music while I'm sleeping. I love her. Another card, though, calls her for being overly emotional and too fast moving. She claps back with a sensitive gangster energy and walks away from the challenge in tears because then Zach piles onto her as well. But Brian, he defends her because, you know, he relates to her culture, comes from a similar culture and her emotional openness, and calls out the guys. You assholes are telling Amaya to meet you guys halfway. Have you even met her halfway? Like, this is a part of her culture. Like, you know, who's going to get mad? Ugh, those guys are stupid. Stupid. But I like that Brian defended her.
Yeah, me too.
Pepe is accused of faking it with Grayson since Hannah left. Grayson does call him out and demands honesty. They both admit it's not working. Pepe was kind of a dick in this moment.
Yeah, he was.
Honestly. And true that, Aaron D, not everyone is meant to be in front of the camera. But I was surprised that Pepe was still missing Hannah because I did think that they had some type of connection, you know? And they better have some type of connection, especially after America saw her going on the camera and doing what she did, you know, but he was such a dick to Grayson in that moment. It's like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like, Just be honest with her. You know, I think he will. And the word of the day is, guys, I'm sorry for how much I've said that. Today I will get better at that, But Ace is questioned about not closing things off with Shelly and is accused by Austin of manipulating the guy's friendship, particularly around Jeremiah's situation. So the drama explodes, and even Amaya starts clapping back at Austin because as one of the girls in our chat mentioned, and I apologize, I'm having a brain freeze and I cannot remember your name right now. Ace knows how to spin stuff around, and this was a perfect example. He got called out for his behavior, but he spinned it around on everyone else, which is so frustrating. So frustrating.
Here we go. I brought it back up.
Yep, he's a good manipulator. He will put a conversation in reverse. It is crazy. So that's what Jay Williams mentioned earlier in the chat. And this is a perfect moment to explain it. And I also did a reel it's on my YouTube as well, and Instagram too, on if influencers ruined this season. I have a clip which you can also find on Ace's Instagram as well of him being on, oh my god, what's American Idol? Jennifer Hudson's show.
Oh, he was on Jennifer Hudson's show?
Yes, he was on Jennifer Hudson's show.
America, I think it was.
And he pretty much said like he can mold himself to everyone. I think this is a good situation as well. He's a chameleon and he knows how to twist conversations as well. But Shelly, though, she's grilled for wanting boundaries while exploring others. Ace and Brian both put her on blast. Shelly isn't too happy at all. She's going to be in for a very rude awakening. When asked why she hasn't spoken to Chris, she fumbles for a reason and gets iced out by him. Chris isn't having. He's like, nope, I'm not even responding back. Huda, you're my girl. She doesn't even deserve my words. Shelly is kind of how she's feeling because she's acting so hypocritical. Like, please, am I going crazy for thinking she's hypocritical when she is looking at all the Islanders being like, am I going crazy? Yes, Shelly, babe, you are going crazy, maybe for understandable reasons, because there, I said it again, because Ace pulled so many games with her in the beginning.
Exactly.
So maybe she feels like she can't trust him, but still, stop being so hypocritical. Huda apologizes for like the millionth time and says that their friendship means so much more to her than a challenge, but Shelly is 100% unmoved and can give zero fucks about her. Yeah. She has nothing to say. So Huda just has tears totally forming in her eyes. So Huda gets hit hard. Nick calls out how Hannah was robbed of her Love Island moment twice. Another card questions if she violated girl code by kissing Chris. And then Shelly and Alondra both go after her. Huda tries to defend herself, but eventually snaps, throws her postcards, and storms out, saying, fuck this fucking game. I mean, I think she explained herself right. How many more times can she apologize? She said she will never do it again. If she does it again, then you have an issue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
But she stood on business. Chris asked if his feelings for Huda were real. He says yes and insists he is there for love. He's not playing it safe despite Shelly's accusation. Pretty much says like, fuck all of you. I don't need to be here at this fucking villa. Pardon my language, guys. I am being fired up. He's like, I don't need to be here at this villa. I could be overseas playing pro ball. Like, why do I need to be here? I am here for love. I'm not here to fuck with any of you. Like, I'm here to find love. I don't care about the money. I don't care about this drama. I'm here to find love. He's a real man. Oh. Again, like we said last week with connection queen. While the Casa guys didn't give all of the looks maybe we originally wanted, which after looking at them more, they are all attractive. They are all attractive. Okay.
Yeah, I think they are.
They are all attractive.
Like
they have way better personalities and integrity than some of the OG guys in the house. So thank you, production, for that. Alondria is confronted by Clark for calling their relationship a test. He says his feelings are real. She says that their feelings are real. Taylor gets the thickest stack of postcards, which I was surprised by. I'm sure Huda was probably second. He gets called out for bouncing to Clark too fast. Alondria lays into him hard, and rightfully so. Like, I totally get where, even though I'm not happy with Alondria on this episode, I totally get every single reason why she laid into Taylor the way that she did. She had every single right for that. And even Clark tells him to make a decision already. I mean, Alondria had so much stuff built up. She let it all out in that moment. That must have been a good woosah release for her. Kind of like a scream room, or one of those rooms where you throw plates at the wall. That's probably what it felt like for her. What would you have said to Taylor if you were Alondria?
Oh my God. I would have been heated, of course, upset. What would I have said? I mean, I guess I would have said, you made your decision. The Kimberly me? What? Okay, question. Kimberly me? What? Or Kimberly at Alondria's age?
Let's go to Kimberly and Alondria's age.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. Okay, I would have screamed and cried and thrown fits, and then I wouldn't have let it go. I would have just beat it into, like, I don't know. I would definitely had a big pity party for myself, and just made a huge show out of it, and get all the dramatics and just try to get everybody like on my side. And that's probably what I would have done. And then everybody would have gotten aggravated with me because I would have talked about it for weeks and months.
Yeah. And anybody watching, make sure to add into the comments whatever your speech would have been to Taylor if you were Alondria. Very, very curious. But the final fallout is Amaya is still emotionally spiraling after being humiliated by Zach and all of the guys. Like, literally every damn guy. Shit on her. I can't wait for her to run damn circles around them when she gets out of the house. She has one of the largest followings as well.
She does.
Because of this. Huda is on the edge, and she's burnt out from constantly apologizing. She's over it. Nick and Sarah are steady, but Elon's energy still lingers a little bit. Chris and Huda are almost aligned, but who knows? The Shelly drama might explode again. But I think this has trauma bond. I think Shelly has trauma bonded Chris and Huda a little bit. I think so. I think that they're just like over the way that Shelly is treating both of them for exploring when she's doing the exact same thing, and just that hate that she's giving to them, I think, has bonded them a little bit.
Maybe they might have a bond there. I guess that makes sense. Okay.
And Taylor is wobbling and running out of patience, but he stands on business. He said something. He is not there in order to keep Taylor. He is there to make a connection. And he pretty much, I mean, it seems like he's getting ready to make a decision. So this last episode of this week, which aired last night on Tuesday, because as we know, Wednesdays, there's never a Love Island episode, which is why Kimberly and I are here every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday night, 7:30 Central.
And hopefully that will continue a little bit.
Oh, we'll continue.
Yes. But it ends with, Clark calling out Taylor for having to make a decision, which I imagine he is
Right.
going to pick Clark. I imagine that, but it leaves on a cliffhanger. What do you think, Kimberly, will happen?
Oh my goodness. I think that I think that Taylor and Clark are just gonna get closer.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get closer. I think because the chemistry's there, and as for anything else going on, I think Ace is gonna try to keep Shelly so they can, play and win that game. But that's about as much thought as I could think of. And I think that Zach with a K is very cute too.
Yeah, he's cute, but I don't know if he's there for legit reasons. Hopefully,
He's not. He's not that cute.
I am wrong. He serves a purpose.
Have you ever seen? Did you see the thing? It was like on TikTok, I think I found, where he would every time he would do interviews or and everything, he would always strike a pose at the end of a conversation, even when he's laughing, whatever. And he's
good he's Zoolander.
I'm like, I love it. It's like he's laughing, giggling, joking. All of a sudden, it's and it's so funny because he's so good at it. You can tell he's been doing it for years.
Yeah, he has a good face card. Very good. I
know. He's got a
face
great
card.
I know. He should teach that. Teach people how to because he's he'll be bopping around and all of a sudden it's just I don't know how he does it.
Oh, but Kimberly, that's kind of brings us to the end. I'll of course make sure to subscribe, leave a review, follow us on all the social medias, both of our YouTube channels as well. But I would like to say, Kimberly, and that and Islanders and pop culture junkies, if how you survive a week in the villa without catching a stray kiss or a side-eyed induced meltdown from Nick and Sierra making it official again, to Shelly turning the heart rate challenge into an MMA match for Ace's attention. This week was a pure roller coaster with more plot twists than a telenovela, in my opinion. But definitely all thank you for joining Kimberly and I for laughs, the theories, the unfiltered truths. And please share your thoughts in the comments as well. And we'll be back next week to decode even more, maybe with a special guest to be determined. And as you guys already know, things are already getting hotter in the villa.
Sure, most definitely. So we also have to see if we could squeeze one of my cousins in. She is in Vancouver, Washington. She's obsessed with Love Island. She's like, can I come pop on a podcast? I was like, we could probably pop you in. I'm sure we pop you in for a few minutes. So yeah, I was like, we can.
I think it would be good after the series ends. We should have another weekly, one episode just recapping the season where a lot of people can hop in and share their thoughts about the overall season. I think that would be really fun to do.
I agree 1,000%. That'll be so much fun. That'll be fun.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, this is great. I guess that wraps us up, right?
Yes, that wraps us up. So until then, keep it messy, keep it cheeky, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday, hopefully with more of a voice and not as much of a cold. So thank you guys all for joining me and my girl Kimberly. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so much fun. As always. I'm like, see, now I'm all hyped and everything.
I know it's really hard to go to sleep after this.
Oh my gosh. I got stuff this PR work stuff, freelance stuff I gotta get tied up and everything until I start my new full-time job, which I'm so stoked about, and getting ready to move back to Baton Rouge after being away for a year. So girl, I've got a lot of things I'm looking forward to.
It's all coming together, Kimberly, babe.
Yes, it is. And that's why I've been not sleeping, trying to get everything aligned and worked out.
Awesome.
All right, y'all. Well, we have y'all have a good night. Like Danielle said, don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe. I dropped her links below in the chat. So y'all have a good night. We will see y'all next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Take care, all.